So I'm being asked about Pilates versus strength and the benefits of the two and which one I prefer. So Pilates is great because you've got mobility of the spine, you've got movement, and I'm always for movement. Any movement is good for you. Good movement's better than bad movement, so let's look into that. But the thing I like about Pilates the most is actually the side plank. And what I like about it when done correctly is the engagement of the hips being in line with the rest of the body. If done properly, the thoracic spine, the chest being open, and then the fact that you're mobilizing the spine and also working the waist. The problem I have is a lot of Pilates is taught in group situations where it's not perfected. I like the side plank, and I think it's a great move, and I think some of the Pilates stretches can be really good too. But if I was to compare it to one or two strength training movements like the back squat and the deadlift, I could easily say that they're way more bang for buck, because when you do a back squat, to do it effectively and properly with a heavy weight, when you drop down onto the ground, and I'm talking about a deep squat, and you have to have your chest upright, you have to have your hips fully engaged, your glutes fully engaged, or you simply wouldn't get back up. So if you think of that whole concept, the feet are grounded into the floor, the glutes are activated, the spine is strong, the chest is lifted, the shoulders are back, and then you stand back up. And that's some seriously hardcore work, which is so effective for everyone. In terms of flexibility, strength, testosterone, hormones, function, feel-good factor. And the other movement in strength training is, of course, the deadlift. I'm not one for props, but deadlifts where you're just using your spinal strength and your glute strength, I think is the key to longevity, to health. And also with a deadlift, you've got a lot of grip strength, and there is scientific research out there. I'm not going to reference it now, but you can find it on grip strength being a greater indicator to longevity than you would get from cardiovascular fitness. So that's quite interesting. So what I'm saying is more bang for buck is the trunk stability and core stability of doing a deadlift and a squat, because there's an awesome amount of core work done in that. And if you ask some bodybuilders that are quite famous, they have to get quite ripped and lean. And sometimes they'll look at you and say they don't do abs because they work so hard in the kitchen where abs are built, and so hard in their squats and deadlifts and major lifts that they get ripped without having to do any of that. So why not mix both and get the best of both worlds and integrate the squat and the deadlift, big lifts, with the benefit of the side bend and the mobilization of the spine by doing a side plank. So I think get the best of both worlds, look at mobility, look at movement, look at strength, and how you can incorporate that into a workout that really works for you. And if you want my help, check out the website awpts.com, fill out the application form, and see you very soon.